Hello, how is everybody doing today? So I have my usual disclaimers today. There's a baby here. He yells, he screams. I try to keep it quiet, but children do as children do. So I'm just gonna jump right into this story time. I'm not gonna try to ramble too much. This story time is gonna be about the time I pretty much called out Mr. L on his favoritism and his BS, and he got mad at me and never liked me again. Also, anybody is interested in how I did the designs for this nail design, it's for a client. Let me know in the comments. I know I kind of stopped doing the tutorials. I don't mind putting that back up, but I feel like y'all are here for the story times. Also, please ignore all the cuts and scratches on my hands, especially if you see my little nail that is gone. A freaking press-on ripped it off. For all y'all non-believers that press-ons last, honey, with proper prep, they freaking do, and it freaking hurts just as much as if you ripped off an acrylic. But anyway, to the story. So Mr. L, I've mentioned him a couple times. He was in charge of the entire school. He wasn't the owner. The owner had like a couple schools, I think, and he stayed at the other one. Usually, I don't even think he lived in Austin. He only came in once in a blue moon just to make sure the place didn't burn down. But anyway, Mr. L was put in charge to watch us all, to run the financing, all that jazz. I wonder if he got fired. He probably did, because that place was a train wreck. Mr. L really liked to play favorites. He had a certain few that he really did dote on, and he just did not care what they did, because in his eyes they were just good. They were just goody two shoes that could do no wrong. You know how some parents play favoritism. He is 100% one of those. So in the school, there was a lot of space in the school. I will say it was very spacious. I always had this one little corner that I knew nobody really needed to go to, and I would go and set up there and practice my nail art by myself, because I didn't want to be bothered. I knew none of the teachers knew how to do like professional nail art. They didn't know how to do acrylics or polygel or anything. They couldn't even paint nails. So I would go and practice and watch all my little YouTube videos and wherever I could get education from in my little corner by myself. Like a loser. Mr. L would always carve out some time out of his day to come and talk to me, which I didn't mind, except for the fact that it was almost never positive. He would start off, oh my gosh, have y'all had a principal or a teacher that like comes up and is like, "What's up, buddy? What's up?" Yeah, he was definitely one of those. So I go by Claire now, but back then I went by Cat. So here he comes. "What's up, Cat? What's up, Cat?" And I'd be like, "What's up, Mr. L? How you doing?" You know, we would do our little greeting. And I don't, who minds that? I do not mind that. I will indulge. I like to talk, obviously, because I never stop talking on here. I go on rambling forever. But yes, we would always greet each other like that. "What's up? Hi, how you doing?" Very normal, very casual. But he would always, almost always, spill into this, "So what have you done today, Kat? What have you been up to today? Is it just nail art today, or did you do something else with your time?" And I was used to it. You know, I usually just brush it off or tell him, "No, I did, 10 haircuts today, or I did 15 shampoos." I would tell him, and I did that today. And I don't know what crawled up his, can't say that. I don't know who put the burr under his saddle, but he was just, I wouldn't say mean, but you know, condescending, kind of. Like, cynical, is that the word? Y'all know what I mean. He wasn't in the best of moods, and he was kind of rude, but not really. His tone was just slightly off. So, as usual, I go on to say, no, sir, I've done this and this and this today, but we've only got a couple hours left, or like an hour left, so I wanted to do this as well because it's what I like to do. You know, maybe if I get a couple hours, seems like a lot just to be focusing on nails, but keep in mind, this was my job back in the day, pretty much. I was there till, oh my god, it was like a job. So I was there from 8 a.m. to 5. And I was there for a good full day's work. So a couple hours to myself to do what I want to do, which is still cosmetology. I didn't think it was that bad. But I guess, I don't know, I guess he didn't like it that day. So he goes on to say, well, you know, you should be doing something else, not just nails. And I told him I didn't. This is just what I do every day. We have this conversation, Mr. L, every day. I guess he didn't like that I said that, but it was true. We would have the same conversation every day. And I guess I irked his nerves. I don't know what happened, but he tried to throw the rule book in my face, basically saying that you can't just be focusing on one thing. It's not allowed. You have to evenly space out your time for everything, which I don't know if that even was a rule. I didn't even go check, but I just didn't understand why he was being so condescending and just had this attitude. So, of course, I got an attitude. Not my finest moment. I try to keep my composure, but it doesn't always work. Today, I did not have my composure. So we're kind of doing that, I don't want to say arguing, but if you're from the South, you already know how we are sometimes. We're just kind of throwing jabs back and forth about other little things, like, oh, what'd you do today? Oh, really? Oh, yeah? That's basically what we were doing. I was just not in the mood today. I do not like to get into it with people, especially, you know, my elders, because I do try to have respect for my elders. But today was not the day. So, Mr. L was not only in charge of a Cosmo school, but he also ran a barber school that was not too far from the building. It was pretty close. So the barbers would definitely come back and forth to talk to Mr. L. By the way, the barbers were his favorite, so Mr. L usually hung out over there. He only came over to our little establishment to make sure that we were still alive. Pretty much. He had Miss W. Oh God, he had Miss W in charge of us for the most part. But he would, if there was a problem or if we wanted to talk to him, he would come over and talk to us. But he definitely stayed over with the barbers more than he would the Cosmos students. So after about 5 minutes of going back and forth with Mr. L about doing freaking nail art instead of cutting some hair up, which by the way, we bought our own mannequin dolls. It's not like we could do 1,000 cuts because I'm not about to spend 50-60 bucks on a mannequin head when I've already had to buy 3 and you want me to buy more? No, I'm not about to do 1,000 haircuts in a day. But I digress. Anyway, a couple of barbers came over to talk to Mr. L, and one of the biggest rules in not only our school, but even like professional businesses, and basically everywhere, we're in Texas, you're not allowed to smoke the grass. You're just not. If TDLR came in and they catch anybody could be a student, could be a teacher, they don't care. If they catch anybody in that establishment smoking the grass, we get shut down, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And they get fined and they take away your license. That's just what it is. So you just don't do it. Now, me personally, I don't have a problem if you want to do that. It is not my business. I do not care. Because I'm not the one that's going to lose my license, so what do I care? But today, like I said, was not the day. I was just not in the mood after dealing with Mr. L's salty butt. So some of his favorite barbers came in and started chatting him up. And I tell you, when they walked into the Cosmo School, shoot, probably even before, you could smell them from 50 miles away. They were loud. They were so loud. It was indistinctable, and it was just, it was a lot. So they chat for a minute. I don't say anything because I don't know these people. And they're chatting and I'm just leaving it alone. And when they finally leave, Mr. L turns back to me and tries to do his little BS again on me. And I'm just done at this point. I just want him to go away. So I look at this man and I look straight at his face and say, I don't understand why you're so upset with me right now. He instantly says, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I know what Southern arguing is. This is exactly what we were doing. I ignored him. I was like, I don't know why you're so upset with me right now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This is a part of cosmetology. However, when your little barber friends come in here smelling like that, I'm the one that gets in trouble. Make it make sense. I kid you not, this man tried to play dumb. He said, what do you mean? What do they smell like, cat? I looked straight at him. You know what they smell like. And instead of bothering me for doing something that I'm supposed to be doing or I'm allowed to do, maybe you should go and talk to them because they are 1000% not supposed to be doing that. Instead of me doing my nails, you should be going and messing with them more. I kid you not. This man looked at me and said, you need to mind your business. Which maybe I should have been, but maybe he should have been minding his business too, and I wouldn't have said nothing. And I remember that's exactly what I said. I looked at him and said, I am trying to mind my business, but you're still over here. Excuse me, it's just hilarious. I can't believe I just said that. I said, I am trying to mind my business, but you're still over here bothering me. After that, he got super, super quiet. And you know how, like, maybe you don't, but you know how stern parents get real quiet when they don't know what to say to you, and they just look at you like you wounded them? That's exactly the face he gave me. And he just shook his head. Okay, cat. Okay, I understand. And he looked at me one more time with his freaking evil eye, and then he walked away. Again, I have nothing against people that do the grass. Not at all. I know it helps anxiety and it calms people's nerves and all of that. I have nothing against that. I just wanted this man to leave me alone. And I already knew if I came at him talking about his absolute favorites that just walked in smelling like straight grass, that he would have been butthurt because he knows that they do it every day. Like I said, I don't care, but you could definitely smell it, and I'm just surprised TDLR never came and shut them down because they might have been dealing. It was that bad sometimes. But yeah, honestly, Mr. L is alright. Compared to W, he was cool. So I don't really have too many I have a few. I don't have too many bad stories about Mr. L. But yes, this is one time where he just really rubbed me the wrong way. Honestly, I can put up with griping because a lot of my family gripes at me like that. So I can usually hold out. But after a while, man, shoot, I need you to go away. But yes, guys, this was one of the encounters with Mr. L I had. I probably only have one, maybe two more videos of Mr. L. And then we're gonna jump ahead to Miss, oh my gosh, what are we gonna call her? I'm gonna think of a name for her, but this teacher was okay. She was one of the better ones. I really don't have anything bad to say about her. She did her job. That was pretty much it. She did her job and she left like you're supposed to do. She was cool. So I only have maybe one, if at all. I have to think. It's been a minute since I've thought about her because she was cool. I didn't have a problem with her. But anyway, yes, I hope you liked the story time. I hope you liked it enough to subscribe, at least like and follow. And yeah, I'm gonna try to post every week. I really am trying to be faithful to that. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. If you're new here, by the way, you should totally start from the beginning. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the sauce. So follow the link and